Happy Friday, dear friends. I want to share with you a very simple question. You're the rabbis, and you're deciding how should we begin the holiest days of the year? What prayers should we begin as an introduction to the holiest days, Rosh Hashana and Yom Kippur? So what do the rabbis choose? Rosh Hashana, tomorrow morning before Rosh Hashana, we're going to say Hatarat Nidarim. It's a prayer where we annul our vows and our promises. What? And then, if that wasn't enough, Yom Kippur, 10 days from now, we're going to start Yom Kippur with the famous solemn prayers of Kol Nidre. Again, all my vows, all my promises are null and void. Now, of all the messages the rabbis could have imparted to us, they have the entire shul all sitting there waiting to hear the cantor, the chazan, and this is what they choose about vows and promises? So I want to share with you a story that I heard recently from a good friend of mine. I have a student who is a counselor in a camp called Camp Simcha this past summer. Camp Simcha is a camp, very special camp, for children who are dealing with cancer. And my student got one piece of instruction from his camper's mother. You see, his camper was a 6-year-old boy named Josh. And Josh had a teddy bear. And this teddy bear kept him safe and warm while he was in the hospital getting chemo. And his mother said to my student, you better make sure that wherever Josh goes, he needs to have his teddy bear with him at all times. So it was the first night of camp. And Josh was sitting there in bed, ready to go to sleep. And he's clutching Teddy so close. But then all of a sudden he hears in the bed next to him, there's another little boy. And this boy is screaming out in pain because he's in so much pain from his cancer. And Josh, the 6-year-old boy Josh, gets up with his teddy in his hands, and he goes over to that boy, to his new friend, and he hands him the teddy bear. And he says, this bear has kept me safe, it now will keep you safe. And the boy clutched that teddy bear real tight. And every night for 2 weeks, that little boy, Josh's new friend, kept that teddy bear close to him at all times. 2 weeks later, they returned from camp, and my student goes over to the mother, and the mother says, how was camp? Thank you so much for taking such good care of Josh. But there's one thing missing. Where's his teddy bear? Where's Josh's teddy? And my student says, Josh, tell your mother where the teddy is. And Josh looked up at his mother, and he said, Mom, I don't need Teddy anymore. There's somebody who needs Teddy more than I do. My friends, every one of us have a Teddy in our lives. There's something that we hold on to. There's hurt, there's pain, there's impatience, there's anger, there's jealousy. There's something that we hang on to, that we feel in our narrative, the narrative that we create about our lives, we feel that that is us. And every year, the rabbi said, before you start Rosh Hashana, before you start Yom Kippur, know with certainty that you can change. This is not just a change of a calendar year. This is an opportunity for us to recreate ourselves, to annul all the vows and the promises that we made about our own lives. This year, we can start fresh. We can start new. We don't have to be defined by last year's choices and the things that defined us in our life last year. The word Shana, we say Shana Tova. Shana means year, but it also means change. And this year, may we all be blessed to make positive changes in our lives, to recognize that we can change, we can develop, we can grow, and not to be held back by anything that we thought defined us, that created the narratives of our lives. May this year be Shana Tova, a good year, Umituka, and a sweet year full of change and growth and happiness. I wish you all Shana Tova. Thank you very much for listening to the Masorah Minute.